library and I think, oh, that's cool. Maybe I'll add that to my bundle. So by watching somebody else's bundle, it gives you an idea, and especially once you come across a good author, somebody that creates good bundles, then it also might be worthwhile actually following them in MyBigCampus so that you get notifications about them. So that's kind of the idea about why you would watch these. So I'm watching this training series, so if they make changes to it, I can it helps me to keep track of what's going on with that. So that's why you would follow a bundle. Okay, let's go to schoolwork then. So schoolwork is something that you will find is stored in Drive, but is created, and as we see, as I talked about before, you can create a couple of kinds of schoolwork from Drive by selecting an item and then assigning it. If we go into schoolwork, and I think probably the easiest thing for you guys to do is I'm just going to have you create a new schoolwork. So go over here to create schoolwork. And you can choose, and I'm not entirely sure the differences between a lot of these different things here, and I don't know that, probably, I mean, an assignment is probably the main thing that you would do. But I don't know what the difference is between an assignment and a quiz. I guess an assignment might be, technically, if you're going to ask them to, if you're just going to have them answer questions true or false or that kind of thing, then it's a quiz. If it's an assignment, it might be, one of the question types that you can have is where you want them to upload a file to you. So that would be an assignment. But really, the boundaries between the two of those things really is just sort of a broad description. So bottom line is I don't know that it matters what you choose here as far as it, for some things it will matter to what you end up getting, but I think practice quiz doesn't have any grades associated with it. But you'll notice that if I look in this list here, there's a simple assignment and a task. So you can actually create a task from here and a simple assignment. But you'll notice that a bundle assignment is not one of the choices there. So you have to do that directly from Drive. So choose that, give it a title, which is required. A description if you like. And then you're going to hit the save and continue. And in the same way that we went through the bundles, you'll go through, and there is, instead of tags, you've got these little bubbles here. So you go from information to questions, to standards, to assignees, and then you'll be done with it. And you're just going to go in here and simply add a new question. And then so if I want a file upload, for example, which is what I want for this one, So in that particular example, there's the question, and then there is where they would put, they would upload that essay that you want. Now, there you have an option to put a text box in there where they just type it directly online, or you have the option then that they can use Microsoft Word and spell check and all that good stuff and then submit that. So it might be that you have created a worksheet for them to fill out or something like that, or it might be you want them to take a photograph of a haircut that they've done or something and upload that as a picture. So I mean, there's a lot of different choices of what you could do when you would want to have a file, and then you as the teacher then would be able to view that file when you go into grade your assignments. So if I go back to assignments here, again, assigning standards is the same as we did for the bundles. Scroll on through and find the state, and then
you're going to do the first day. I might not be there first. Sounds pretty good.
and when you get to the last section, whether you add assignees, again, this is the assigned box, and you can choose either individual groups. I can put my demo high school site in there as a group, or I can go down and choose a particular group, and then I can choose individual members of that group and add them. So I could add an individual user plus a member of all the members of the group. So
It's right here. But then I changed some of the questions on here to some of the questions on here.
then you've got options down here, the start date and the end date. Most of the gotchas that I've come across have to do with the fact that I know it seems really stupid, but it has to be a date that's in the future. Otherwise, it doesn't work. So you have to go through and set up, make this to be a date and time that's in the future, the start date, and then the due date needs to be either on or after the start date. And I think the start date affects when it becomes visible or available for the students to access. You can give a password to it. You can choose the maximum number of submissions that they can make. Are you going to allow late submissions? How much time? You want to make it a time. You could have 10 quiz questions and you give them 5 minutes to answer it. And that could be, you want them to be able to do it within the 10-minute time span. Are you going to let them take it again? What is the retake threshold? Do they get to see the results on completion? Do they get to see the correct answer on completion? Do you want to create a new discussion for the group based on this assignment? I haven't played around with that option. And once you hit save, then that person will be person will be sent a notification that this has been assigned to them, and that she has. It starts at 11:30 and it ends at 12:30. So she has 1 hour in which to complete this assignment. And as she's on maternity leave, I'm pretty sure that she's not going to complete the assignment. So that's okay. But I can see then there is that particular assignment. So an assignment then can be assigned to multiple groups. So if you have 3 classes but you're going to give them all the same assignment, then you can go ahead, create the assignment, then assign it to 3 groups. I'll give you a little bit of time to go through and play around and edit within an assignment. I'll float around if you have any questions. The instructions on creating a new quiz there and is on pages 9 and 10. There's information at the bottom there of middle page 10. That's Blackboard 7.1 format is what you could use for importing from other learning management systems. And the last thing we're going to talk about is my MBC documents, which won't take very long, and then that will be the end of this morning. Questions?
When you assign them, what do they see? Do they see that box or do they see the?
Ah, good. Okay. Well, if you just save this,
Posted there, and then be able to keep track of,
go back to the assignees part here. Oh, sorry, right there, student view.
put that on my desk, so I
That's
can
what they
keep
said.
track.
So they'll go into schoolwork, and they will see over here in the assigned to you section, they will see it will be listed there as being assigned to them.
Okay.
And then if they go into the calendar, they will also see that there's the schoolwork law of 1812 assignment due. And there's the 2 particular groups of people that are assigned it to. And then it would also show up